Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Akinola. If you're new here, thank you very much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to be doing kind of a cheat chart about education, finding a job. Is education really a skill? So now a little background story. Earlier this week I was coming back from work and I was in a vehicle, and as you all know, like Lagos buses are like gist buses basically. So a person saw, one of the man in front saw them, these young boys who drive a tricycle, what we call keke napep over here, and then playing music and all. And then he said, because of the fact that he just made a statement like he pities these young boys that they get money and they squander it all just because they were not educated. And then another person in the vehicle was now like, no, do not say that, education is a scam. And the girl was now like, he's trying to just say that basically yes, they are all, that you should just leave those young guys alone, that they are hustling, that it's necessary to hustle to get money. And then he just said anytime somebody mentions anything about education around him, like, he's always angry because he even regrets the 5 years he used to study in school. That's because he regrets the 5 years he used to study in school. Now while he started talking, everybody in this bus started chipping it in that, okay, yes, can we remember Dangote, that there was a time Dangote, I think that thing made the news, that I think this year or last year, I think it was last year, when they opened application for truck Dangote, the people wanted to be truck drivers in Dangote company, and then 20 PhD holders actually applied, numerous masters holders, and a lot of people actually applied, graduates actually applied. Like that, if education was so good, why are graduates applying for such a low paying income? That back then in the days when you were a banker or when you're somebody that was educated, you're affluent, you have money, you're stable, but now it's just something else. So yes, education can be a scam in the sense that when you send your child to school, you pay for them. The whole idea behind education for most people is that they want their child to go to school, learn, and be able to get a high paying job. Back then, anyone that's educated like was a big shot, because it was rare. Not everybody had that opportunity to go to school. So yes, you could get high collar paying jobs and be comfortable. Once you're educated, it's like your family has made it basically. But now I searched online about this thing, even in my curiosity. So I saw an article from a person called Babatope Babalola on a long note why graduates are unemployed and unemployable basically. And then it's also mentioned things like the fact that the amount of people that are entering into university, have been admitted into university, the amount of graduates that are pumped out yearly is like 9 to 1 for each job basically, or more than that, the probability for jobs, because the jobs out there are very, very, very limited. That I must confess that they're very limited. The jobs out there, they're very limited. And then you see people, you go to offices, you go to government work, it's more like person who know person. You grab that. It's more like you entering a place now. It's most likely everywhere you enter, connection. My dad knows an uncle that knows an uncle that knows an uncle. Even those kind of thing. And maybe because while I was searching for internship, I saw a glimpse of what it was also like. Because imagine when we're going for efforts exam, for example, we were over, for med lab alone, we're close to 200, and then I was hearing that they were only about to pick less than 5. Imagine, that's about 40 people fighting for a position, 40 people fighting for a slot. That's minus those people they want to slot in. That makes it even more competitive. So, and that day the man was like, he regrets actually going to school, that he wished that time he used to go to school, that 5 years he had actually taken up a trade. He had learned it, he had been diligent, he had disciplined himself, and he would have been a big shot by now, apparently, from what he said. I personally, I don't feel education is a scam, depending on why, because I feel the knowledge and the insight and the enlightenment you get from being educated is not just about, and education now is not just about what you learn in the classroom area, basically about everything you learn from the environment, from situations and all. You actually learn something. There is a kind of knowledge that is imparted into you. So yes, apart from the end goal, which is being able to get a job, and get a job that pays well, that can pay your bills and pay back that school fees that they've spent on you. Basically, the knowledge you get. My dad always says something that if two people, an educated man and an uneducated man, if they are running the same business, you will see a slight difference in it. Because, for example, the educated person will be okay, I know this, we know presentation matters, we know it's more than the quality of job, you have to go on social media to try to advertise to get more this thing. But then the uneducated man might look at, okay, my own thing is that let me just do good product. I just want to do good product. He might not really know the in bit. He might not be able to really well present do a good presentation of his product. Let's talk about food, for example. Those people who sell food on IG, or this food vendors on IG, one major thing they actually work on is presentation, how they present their food, how they interact with people, which somebody else who is not educated, I'm not saying the person might not be able to do it from learning, but you actually see a difference, because that knowledge is not, I don't know, I really don't know how to explain. See, I believe there are 1,001 reasons why education is seen as a scam here in Lagos, Nigeria. Oh yeah, in Nigeria. The man was like, education here in Nigeria is crap. Maybe outside the country, education is really much appreciated. That was the word they used. And then I can't say for outside Nigeria, because I haven't really been there. And there's something they always say, the grass is greener on the other side. Then if we should reason it, the truth is that there is no job out there, and almost every year we are pumping in graduates, just pumping in graduates out. At a point in time, people start saying, once, as far as you finish secondary school, you can speak English. They believe as far as you finish secondary school, you can speak English. A lot of people who are struggling just don't see the extra need to send a child to university, except you want to send yourself, except you wish for it. Just put them in a trade, let them learn work, because the situation in this country, I am praying it gets better, but then it's just going to be God's grace for us with grad. That's why a lot of people just go outside, because it seems there are a lot of better opportunities outside this country. Inside this country there are a lot of unnecessary factors that they don't tell you before you go to school. So education is not meant to be a scam, but yes, it can be a scam. I don't know if you have opinions. I know a lot of people have stories, a lot of people have that day inside that vehicle, and even at the point where I got down, I didn't talk throughout, because at that point in time I understood what they were saying, but I can't really relate to an extent, because as far as I'm concerned, we want to be educated over and over again, and that is, I can easily say this because the grace and mercy of God has been present and available in our lives. But some people cannot say, because the man was that day telling, the man was boiling, that if he had known Timbati money, you only lost his school, that he would have his mates. He even started saying some of his mates that they've been working in the bank, they don't have anything good to show for it, that even him that's not working corporate jobs, he is better off than them. The so-called people who were so brilliant in school, the so-called people who were so it's now making education look overrated, basically. So I know today's video was kind of everywhere and here, but it's just basically a chit chat. Please, if you have anything to say about this, so is education really a scam? What's your opinion? Is finding a job in Nigeria and Lagos that easy? How easy How easy is finding a job here in Lagos? How easy is finding a job here in Nigeria? How easy is finding a job in your country, in your city, where you come from? How is education valued? So thank you very much if you've watched this far. Till I come your way again, and please do not forget to support your girl by clicking that subscribe button if you watch this far. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.